friend, he and his family, for a long time. And which makes one of the points that I wanted to make, which is, politics is a very personal thing. We spend a lot of time working on legislation, whether it has to do with international affairs and aid to Pakistan. But it also means dealing with the individual questions and problems that people bring. That's how my staff and I spend most of our time. Yes, I try to pay attention to international economics and military security issues, and as well as investment in scientific research and environmental protection. But as my good friend would remember, when a family came to me and said, this would be the Hassan family.
Special legislation was passed.
This family was in a terrible quandary. In the days, actually 2 days, so it would be September 13th, I believe it was, of 2001, 2 days after the attack on the World Trade Towers, one of my constituents, a Pakistani American, was murdered. A hate crime, pure and simple. And he was shot by essentially a madman who blamed the attacks on people like him. And the family was in the United States. The wife and daughters were here by virtue of his working papers. And they were subject to immediate deportation to Pakistan, although the widow knew Pakistan, the daughters did not. They were American through and through. And there was no way they could stay in the United States. But we were able to pass specific legislation that made it possible for them to stay. It was partly, it's what I guess I would say what I would do for any of my constituents, but it was partly a recognition that Pakistani Americans are contributing to our society in so many ways. The girls were all good students moving toward college. The widow was working hard. Actually, she had the night shift in a factory. But she was doing what we would want everyone to do. And whether it's in academia or science or engineering or medicine or business or government, Pakistani Americans are contributing greatly to our society. I see it in New Jersey. We have one of the most cosmopolitan congressional districts anywhere. If you go into a school in central New Jersey, you'll probably find between 2 and 3 dozen different languages spoken at home. And so we understand the importance of our diverse society. And it was a kind of what would I say, an affinity for, a respect for, even an affection for the Pakistani Americans that has kept me involved in these questions and answers that my constituents bring to me. It's worth pointing out these are difficult times between Pakistan and the United States. Many of us are puzzled by some pretty clear indications that there are some in Pakistan who have been reluctant to help us really bring an end to Al-Qaeda. That's not, you know, it's just when, well, I mean, you know the stories. I mean, just when we're, you know, ready to do something, somebody slips the word to them. And so they're
Okay. Mr. Moses,
Yes.
why do you attend this event?
Actually, this is our 19th annual event, and actually I'm the vice president of PAk, so just want to give you a history about this. Every year since the last 19 years, we've been hosting events at the Capitol Hill, and the main focus is that we want to discuss Pakistan-US relationships and whatever's happening in Pakistan and the US. We want to, like, we're kind of a liaison. You know, we want to act like a liaison between the Pakistani American community, the U.S. government, and the Pakistan government. So because to be able to diffuse the tensions between both countries, and I think we understand better because we live in America. We are born and raised in America, but we have a Pakistani inheritance. So we better understand the Pakistani perspective, Pakistan, what they think, what their views are, and also in living in America, we also better understand the American perspective. So we can really play a very vital role into diffuse tension between these countries and have a better understanding between the governments actually. Yeah. So this is our 19th event, and I'm very happy that people are still showing up. But hopefully this is a start. That's how we have to progress. We have to continue. Have these events. We meet congressmen and senators here, and keep telling them that this is what that our concerns are as a Pakistani American community. So we try to become a catalyst. Try to be part of the talks and dialogue between these two countries and the government. We want to make sure that we collaborate that and play the role that we should.
And do any good to Pakistan?
Yeah, I think it's very important because, see, you've just seen a congressman coming here walking on his crunches. That shows that they really care about our concerns. We had them come over here, and it shows that, as much as we're concerned with Pakistan, they are also interested to show their support and their concern as well. So, and this symbolizes that, how we are involved in this process, and how and one more thing that since we're here and it's been in the media a lot, they talk about our event, and this shows our community. It should give them a message that we're here for them, and we're not sitting there and just talking, just talking negative and just complaining all the time. We're here to really put our words into action, and here at the Hill, and really to discuss our issues. It's going to give a message to America, and we're concerned. We're here to show our concerns and give a message to Pakistan
Just for self-praise and more photo sessions.
Well, actually, it's people. Well, we're actually not one of those people actually, so I can't comment on that. What somebody else does, that's his own perspective. That's how they think. And unfortunately, it's happening in our community. It's there. That's very unfortunate. It happens on some occasions, but we make sure that we're not going to be like those people, and and we hold ourselves accountable. And as PAk, Pakistan American Congress, we want to make sure that we are held accountable. If community sees that, or that we're not doing our job, we would like to know, that people ask us that. That's why we're going to make sure that we don't come here to praise ourselves and take further section. If you're doing a good job, we're gonna, people are gonna praise us anyway. So there's no need to act and beg for praise,
Or policy proposals have you sent to the U.S. government to bring about any positive change in Pakistan?
Actually, every year we come up with a proposal. We always have drafted proposals for the Congress. Like, let's say after this event, we're going to send out press releases and proposals to the Congress and in the Capitol. We do that every year. We have, if you want, you can go to our website and get some more information. And see, every year, things changes. There's something happening around the world, especially in Pakistan. So right now, U.S.-Pakistan relations are really intense right now. So that's our priority for this year. try to build the trust back between the U.S. and Pakistan. So we have proposals ready, and you're free to request that. We can give it to you. And we always have that for the Congress, like we discussed. Like right now, one thing is Pakistan-U.S. relations. We want to get into healthcare, education in Pakistan. So we have that already.
I know. So
we're not into
what
I
do
mean,
you
we are like
think
Pakistan
could
American
be-
Congress.
Okay, what do you think could be done at the community level to project Pakistan's self-image, not personal image, which have been hit hard by the community level?
Yeah, there's actually a few things, and it's not just us what we should do, but it's also our community as well. You know, it's a responsibility on both of us. We're gonna, as Pakistan American board members here, we take full responsibility of our actions, and we're gonna make sure that since whatever we do, it's best interest of Pakistan and America as well. And but it's not just us; the community is also responsible to show their best. We have great Pakistani Americans here. They are, we have friend here as a police officer. That's a role model right here for our community. So we have to show the best in us, and so that we inspire each other. And again, as you mentioned, it's not self-image. It's whatever we do, if we accomplish something, automatically that's good to make the positiveness coming out of that person, and that's Pakistani. So it helps bring a better image as well. So. Again, it's our responsibility as a PAk and the Pakistan American community. It's their responsibility as well to bring the best they can, do the best they can as a citizen of America, as Pakistani citizen. So that together with that collaborative, we can have a better image. Yeah, and there's a lot of good things happening. We just have to promote it more, not just discuss negative things. There's a lot of good happening too. So.
What kind of things are happening? As you said, there's some good things happening. What kind of things are happening right now?
For example, let's we're here to discuss our concern as Pakistani American community, Pakistani American citizens as well. And in the community, there's a lot of events going on, a lot of discussions going on. There are very influential groups here in our community. They discuss once in a month their events, these small groups here. So, and we have a media here. I'm sure your media is also promoting our good image. As we actually about the media, since we mentioned media. Media is our assets. Okay, I really strongly respect the media, Pakistan American media, and they're doing a great job. And I think it's their responsibility as well to promote our people, and to reach out to as many people as they can to get the word out, basically. And good thing happening, and there's a lot of doctors here, engineers here, a lot of successful Pakistani American businessmen here. So so we really promote them actually. So then you know what good stuff is happening here.
And you were saying before that you were going to start a good trip doing things about health and security and stuff.
Yeah.
What is it going on right now?
Basically, right now, once we're done with our session here, because here we're talking to the government and on US Pakistan level. So, but after that, we're gonna go back to our community and see what each side, are concerned for our community. For example, and not just for Pakistan community, but for all America. We as Americans, we're concerned with the healthcare. We're concerned with the education system here, and we want also to have our community get involved in the grassroots, American mainstream politics. So we're trying to, see whatever areas are where it needs to be addressed. So we're gonna go back into that. But if there's anything that you think that we should focus on that, so please bring it forward to us and we'll look into it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Support. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.